Well, I'm sure the lighting and maybe some sound and everything is probably a bit off, but hello people of the internet, Sword here. Thanks for dropping by. And yes, I'm making another video, but there is no rhyme or reason for this. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this is going to be a kind of rambly video that I edit down so it is not painfully long. So let's get started. So here recently, since like mid-June, I have been on summer vacation, but as some of you may have noticed, I haven't been making a terrible amount of videos despite the fact that I have endless amounts of time now that I'm not going to have in about a month. So that's good, always good, so good. But I've been kind of in a weird phase, a weird funk, a weird whatever you want to call it. I haven't been making videos. It's not that I haven't wanted to make videos, but it's been weird. Part of it has been, though, that I don't feel in moments like it's enough. Like I'm enough, like these are enough, like anything is enough, creative enough, informative enough, funny enough, enough. But making YouTube videos is something that I really like to do. I have these seasons where I don't make videos and go on for months at a time, but then I always come back again and again, and I am definitely not alone in that. I've watched so many videos of people saying that, like explain like I've been away for a while but I'm back now, but I'm probably gonna be away for a while again. And that's me. That's what I've been doing. But the reason why I keep on coming back is because for one reason or another I just like making YouTube videos. I have in no way like found my voice or my audience or tribe or anything, but I still like making videos. So what I was talking about before, a big thing, not feeling enough. I haven't felt creative enough, and that's something very common with people who create things, is they look at other people's work and they feel like a fraud. They feel like, what am I doing? Why? I have nothing to offer. And that's kind of been the headspace I've been in here recently. I went to Athens for a few days and I was in Ovid bookstore and I was looking at their books and ended up buying this, Think Like an Artist. So I've been reading this book. I've only read a little bit of it. It is nothing like what I expected, because it's been talking a lot about money and selling and being like a businessman and that kind of stuff, and that's not at all what I expected. I thought it was going to talk about more of the mental, almost like quasi semi-spiritual aspect of being creative, but it's more about basically how to survive as an artist and like selling your work and all of that. So I don't know if this book's gonna help me with where I am, because I'm not trying to sell anything to you all. I'm in college right now. I'm doing it purely for the expressional, creative aspect of it. So yeah, but that's what I've been thinking about, and I want to start experimenting more with stuff, and I want to actually start trying stuff like this. I know that's something tiny firework, but I recently discovered that through another website, I can't remember what it's called, this one, I can draw. I can draw pictures that have a transparent background. I put the picture in the video and I can do small animations. And so I am, as you could tell by that though, I'm in no way a talented illustrator, but it's something fun, it's something new I can kind of experiment with putting in videos like this. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but it'll be something. So that's something, and it's something small, and it's something that's probably not gonna matter a whole lot, but it's something new to me, and it may help me get into more of the frame of mind of being more creative and trying new things and trying to make these videos maybe a bit better, or at least different, at least not so plain. So last video that I made, I had significantly longer hair, but now, as you can see, I cut it. This is not a wig, this is my hair. See? This isn't the final haircut that I have. I'm going to go to a proper hair salon in a little while. Not today, but soon, relatively. And I am going to get it cut in probably a bob, so it'll be shorter in the back, but basically the same length as it is right now in the front. And I'm guessing I'm gonna do a bob, but I'm also gonna talk to the hairstylist and be like, is that something I can do with my hair without it being a really big hassle? Hopefully not, because I like the way bobs look. Conversations. It's just like regular conversation with me. There are these pauses because my brain can go for a while talking about stuff, but then there will be nothing for a while, mostly because I'm the kind of person where if I'm in a conversation and the other person talks a lot, I let them. And I am surrounded by a lot of people who talk a lot, and not everyone, just there are a lot of people in my life who talk a lot at times. Anyways, and so I'm really used to listening. I'm not the best listener, but I'm better than I would be if, surrounded by different people, product of your environment. And so I have become so used to being mostly a listener in conversations, or a lot of conversations, that when I'm in conversations and the other person stops talking, then sometimes my mind just goes blank. And I either can't think of anything to say, or I can't think of anything good to say. I have a much easier time with deeper conversations, or I don't know if deeper is the right term, but like conversations about beliefs, whether that is social beliefs, religious, spiritual, mental, talking about like family relations and kind of how you feel about all that. And then it's interesting hearing about kind of political-esque things sometimes. Honestly, I'm a bit biased, so if you're talking about stuff that I'm not at least able to somewhat see your point with, then I just get annoyed. If I think you're being ridiculous, I won't necessarily tell you, but I'll be annoyed. Maybe. I'm so understanding. Rambly videos, eh? How you guys feel about them? I feel pretty good. I like this. I'm sure editing me is probably not gonna like this so much, because I'm definitely not going to leave this whole like solid video in, because awkward pauses and all that stuff. And also, if you all see a super long video, you're gonna be like, nope, love her but nope. Or do you? I found it. You guys, you don't know how happy that makes me. I found it. I don't know how I forgot to talk about this. This is why I wrote a list. I am potentially switching majors and that has been in the forefront of my mind for a while. So if you guys have seen my past videos, you know, or if you see the description in any of the social media links down below, plug anyways, you'll know that I am currently a journalism major, and I switched my minor from Spanish to sociology, which honestly isn't that big of a deal because the minor was just for extra knowledge. But I'm considering switching my major now, which is a significantly more important decision because that will change potentially like what I do directly after college and all that good stuff. So currently I'm a journalism major, but I've been thinking about some things, and now I'm considering getting an English education major for a few different reasons. Main one, with a general English major, you can still do journalism. I personally know a couple of journalists who have English majors. They didn't go to J school. But besides it still being open to journalism, with English education, I would have the option of doing a different job that I feel like I would also love, which is being a high school English teacher. And in high school, English was always my favorite class, besides a few electives like journalism and course and all that. But my specific journalism teacher, he was the head of the English department, and so he taught 4 classes a day, or is it 3? 3 or 4 classes a day, and one of them was journalism, and then the others were honors / AP English. So I was thinking, because I never want to fully give up journalism, and switching this major wouldn't be giving up journalism anyways, because I could still do journalism if I ended up wanting to do that. But I want to have a plan B. I want to have another option. I want to have something that's a bit more stable. And teaching would be that. But I also want to have a job I like. And I would like teaching. And also it would still be a fulfilling job because education is important. So that is a thing that I've been wrestling with. I've been saying it's like a quarter-life crisis a few years early, which is me trying to figure out if I want to switch majors or not. Unfortunately, if I want to stay on track with graduation, I need to figure this out soon, so that I can start taking the right classes. So yeah, and probably, some people would suggest, why don't you double major with journalism and English education? Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that, because with the journalism school, you have to apply to Grady, which I would be doing this upcoming spring semester. Ideally, what I would want to do is take the English education major and then take a few supplemental journalism classes to help me be more prepared. I think what I'm gonna have to do is, if I end up going with English education major, I'm just going to have to rely on continuing writing for different student papers. I've been doing Infusion magazine. I may either stick with them or go to another one, just depending on if opportunities open up, which direction I want to head in, that kind of thing. I may want to write for a more traditional newspaper for at least a little while, so I would have that experience to draw from. And there are definitely a whole lot of other thoughts, and if I end up officially changing my major, I may end up making a video or blog post about all that good stuff, but those are some of my initial thoughts right now. And with a minute left, less than a minute left on the camera, I should probably go ahead and go now and say that's all for now. Till next time, stay sharp, my friends.